40%. That's what the IRS can take away from your grandkids if you don't understand what I'm about to tell you. You're out here holding through bear markets, sitting through downturns that would make most people on Wall Street feel physically ill, and studying long-term utility while everyone else is chasing meme coins. You're playing the long game, and the entire time, someone's waiting at the finish line. The US Treasury and the IRS. Most people think estate planning means writing a will and handing it to your lawyer. And that's cute, but it only works if your assets aren't going to change much. But if you're holding crypto assets that could appreciate 10, 20, 50, 100 times over your lifetime, a basic will is financial malpractice. And if you want to learn how to do it the right way, stick around, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Before I get into it, nothing here is financial advice, only for entertainment educational purposes. Please always speak with a financial professional, someone that's licensed as a CPA or an attorney before making any tax, legal, or financial decisions. This is just my interpretation of some information that's out there, and hopefully it'll be educational for you to make sure you ask the right questions when speaking with those professionals. So here's what happens. The government taxes wealth every time it passes down a generation. You die, estate tax. Your kids die, estate tax. Grandchildren pass away, estate tax. And I know this sounds morbid, but it's important. That's how generational wealth quietly disappears. So people think they've found a workaround. What if I just skip my kids and leave everything directly to my grandkids? The IRS has already thought of that, and they've created something called the generational skipping tax transfer. It's a flat 40% tax. It can be applied on top of the estate or gift tax if you don't structure things correctly. In some cases, more than half of what you've built never even makes it to the next generation. If you build $10 million, your grandkids might only see $4 million or less of that. And no, that's not just a billionaire's problem. In 2026, every individual has roughly $15 million worth of lifetime gift tax exemption. And if you're married, you have about $30 million between you and your spouse. The generational skipping tax transfer exemption is equal to that amount. But here's the part most people miss. You don't automatically get this protection. You have to use it. And once the laws change, which can happen at any time, whatever you didn't lock in is gone forever. So waiting could cost you tax-free capacity that you're never going to get back. Now, let's simplify how this actually works. The IRS wants to tax wealth at every single generation. A generational skipping trust is designed to legally bypass one or more of those generations. Think of wealth like water moving through buckets. Normally, it would flow grandparents to the child or your kids, and then to the grandchildren. And every time it moves, the IRS takes a scoop or a piece of that water. A generational skipping trust installs pipes directly between the first and third bucket. And your kids can still benefit, they can receive income, and they can get access to use the assets, but they never actually own them. And when they die, nothing transfers, because nothing ever belonged to them. The assets stay inside the trust and continue on to the next generation. For crypto holders, this is especially important for cold storage for generational wealth outside your children's taxable estate. But you can't just dump unlimited amounts of assets into these trusts. You have a lifetime exemption. Think of it like a one-time coupon. If you allocate the exemption when you fund the trust, something very powerful happens. The value is locked at today's numbers. You could pass $10 million of crypto into a GST exempt trust today. If that grows to $500 million over the next 4 years, the IRS doesn't get estate tax on that growth ever. And that's why timing matters so much with appreciating assets. Now let's talk about the 3 ways that people accidentally trigger that 40% tax. Number 1, direct skip. Your assets transfer directly to your grandchildren. If you didn't properly allocate the GST exemption, that transfer, it's going to trigger a 40% tax immediately. And here's the painful part. The person making the gift pays it. You gave money away and write a massive check to the IRS at the same time.